Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you are sleeping. In today's video, you will see a fish that walks on land, spiders that eat their mothers alive, and birds that plunge straight into the ocean. But let's start our video with MANNI of King Cobra. In India, the local snake charmers make money by extracting snake beads or stones, natively called MANNI, from the heads of live snakes. In reality, no such thing exists, as they themselves put a bead into the snake head, then glue their skin, and then they pluck it out of the serpent. They exploit the gullible people of rural India and get money from them by selling fake stones. Haha, local tricksters. Australian flower spiders. Now, the award of the best mother goes to this spider, and the most voracious kids go to these baby spiders as well. A very well-known species of spiders, Stegodiphyus dumicola, the mothers of which offer themselves as food to their newly hatched spiderlings right after they are born. The mother spider sacrifices herself by encouraging her young babies to attack her, dissolve her insides, and feed on her body. The hundreds of baby spiders eat their mother alive until they're ready to hunt for themselves. The mother, of course, dies in this process. Mudskippers. In the weirdest creatures of Earth, mudskippers have got a fairly high position. It's a fish that walks on the earth. They can swim underwater, of course, but walk on land and breathe in air. In fact, the pectoral fins are so greatly evolved, the fish runs faster than it swims. Amazing, right? It's a highly territorial fish, known to aggressively fight anyone who steps in their area with gaping mouths and raised dorsal fins. Cape gannets. Also known as missile birds, these are Cape gannet birds, and no, they are not mass suiciding or self-harming. They're actually getting food for lunch, sardines basically, and they dive into the ocean like missiles to get their food. Let's break it down further for you. Cape gannets have adopted an aquatic version of flight and are capable of diving at 60 miles per hour. Before diving, they change their shape into aerodynamic missiles, and whoop, they go straight towards a school of sardines. Sometimes they swallow food even before coming back to the surface. Now, I'm just amazed by the amount of power nature has bestowed to these majestic birds. Elephants having with rhinos. All right, I don't know if the YouTube policy is gonna censor this or not, but this is a grumpy male elephant trying to have sex with a rhinoceros. Why? Well, female elephants are in the mood only once in 5 years, and when the time comes, the male elephants enter a life cycle called musth, which makes them extremely aggressive, irritable, and horny. They fight each other over females of the herd and even bully little elephants to get their mother's attention. Those who get nothing from their herds try to get everything out of a rhinoceros for no reason at all. Ugh, poor rhinos. The period lasts for 2 or 3 months for male elephants. Until that period ends, they are the most horny bastards on the planet. Velvet worm. Listen, velvet worms are almost blind, live in deadly rainforests, and hunt based on air currents. Seems like a miserable creature, right? Nah, they are the dudes who paralyze their prey by shooting a string of death and then eat them alive. Yup, they are those gangsters who look the most innocent faces on the planet, but are actually evil beasts inside. Bodiless snake. A spitting cobra in China reportedly bit a man 20 minutes after its head was chopped off. Turns out it's pretty common, and that's why it's an entry in our video today. Some snake species remain alive even after their heads are cut off because they don't need as much oxygen to fuel the brain and can live on for hours after decapitation. Drunk animals. This is one of my favorite entries. The drunk animals. Look at this sober giraffe. Confused warthog mother and her baby. A wiggling octopus. Falling monkeys. And, well, elephants. they are all drunk thanks to a tree in Africa whose fruit has intoxication powers. They are so popular that elephants are known to knock down the trees to get to their fruit. The over-ripened fruits are eaten by all the herbivore animals on the savannah, and the party begins with some nice rock music playing. Rolling swarm. Caterpillars are excruciatingly slow and look like they've finally realized it. Now, whenever a group of caterpillars had to move from one place to another, they do it in groups. Yeah. Spotted various times at different places and regions, caterpillars now move in a formation known as a rolling swarm that helps them move faster. Electrofishing Asian carps. Electrofishing is considered very harmful for water bodies, as the current affects all living species present in the area of application. It can result in serious depletion of fish resources, and this clip is proof. Don't worry, all these fish dancing due to electric currents are invasive Asian carp, which are dangerously affecting the other fish species. So these people are removing them using electricity. Swimming monkey. Who knew that monkeys were high divers and underwater swimmers? Yup, there's a species of monkeys known as proboscis monkeys that know how to swim underwater. Other than them, there are other monkey species that have learned climbing and high diving in scorching summers. Penis fight. I am telling you guys, after days of my research on weird things animals do, anything that astounds you or perplexes you, it ends up having to do with animals getting laid. Look at these two flatworms. They're hermaphroditic, meaning they have both male and female parts. Now, during mating, who will act as a male and who's going to impregnate who with babies? Well, to decide matters, there's a thing called penis fence, which I've decided to call penis fight, has been brought in on stage. Two flatworms fight or mate, whatever you want to call it, and try to stab the penis inside the body to impregnate the other. The loser carries the baby, and the winner, well, the winner might prepare for another penis fight. Who knows? Men dancing on whale. Could someone tell me how retarded these men are and from which mental asylum have they taken a leave? They're dancing on a dead whale. And honestly, not only is it inhumane, it's dangerous, as these dead animals often explode because of the gases accumulated in their bodies. Dog and monkey. Look at this monkey going for groceries with a dog. And he jumped, but the dog doesn't want to. Come on, pal, you can do this. No, I can't, and I won't. Come on. No. Dude, no. You mulish dog. Come here. Circling reindeer. Caught by a drone in 2021, this video of circling reindeer went viral for all good reasons. Experts believe that the animals did that to protect their does and fawns from predators in Russia. All males of the herd moved outward in the circle, while the females inside and the babies inside it too. They kept circling around during the annual migration season of reindeer. And, well, everyone was impressed by the ingenious techniques of these animals. Fishing with birds. Here come the humans again with their superior intelligence to exploit other species of the planet. This time, from China. Practiced for thousands of years, Chinese fishermen have raised and trained cormorants, a bird species, to help them fish in rivers and lakes of China. Cormorants are fish-eating birds, and the technique simply involves a snare that is tied around the base of the throat of the bird. The snare effectively stops the big fish from being swallowed, while the small fish can be gulped down as a treat. Cormorants come up with big fish in their throats, and fishermen take them out. This trick definitely has ingenuity, traditionality, and, well, efficiency in it. Cuckoo chicks. Now, cuckoo mothers are very popular for laying eggs in other birds' nests, so another bird will nurture and feed their babies. Yep, everybody knows that. But what you don't know is cuckoo birds are one step ahead of their mothers. They're known to hatch quickly and throw the eggs of their foster parent birds out of the nest. Here, this common cuckoo is ejecting an egg of a reed warbler to eliminate its competition and get all the food. Snakes in mattress. Take notes. Anywhere, literally anywhere, a snake will find a place to hide itself in winters. A couple saw a hole in their mattress and a snake's tail. Authorities were called in, who cut open this old mattress, only to find dozens of snakes hiding in it. Sources say around 50 big and small snakes were found inside that mattress, and the clip gave me chills just looking at it for a second. Who was sleeping over that mattress? Assassin bug. No one takes fashion and killing more seriously than this bug in the animal kingdom. Assassin bugs are known to mercilessly kill ants and then use the body of their victim into an outerwear for themselves. They literally live by the line. Kill them with extreme prejudice. Native to Malaysia, they eat the insides of the ants and its exoskeleton as its new armor to confuse future predators by attacking like big-ass gangsta. Mucus-secreting parrotfish. Here, meet the fish who doesn't sleep without a sleeping bag. Yep, parrotfish are known to secrete a mucus around their bodies to cover them and protect them against predators. It also has antibiotics, which also help the fish stay healthy, wealthy, and wise. Honker monkeys. Sorry for bringing shame to these monkeys, but is that a nose or, what? Honestly, I'm confused. But anyway, meet the proboscis monkey, who is known to make reverberating sounds thanks to their long, very long, pendulous 6-inch honker, which is also used to attract mates. And what? I was talking about their noses. All right. Stork mothers. Stork mothers literally put a full stop to the lives of their weakest babies by throwing them out of their nests. A full stop. The reason is simple. They can't feed too many chicks. They don't bother wasting their energy in feeding a weak baby and select healthier chicks to survive. King orcas. No one knows why, but orcas are the ultimate sadistic gangsters of the ocean. They are known to tail slap salmon, whales, seals, stingrays, dolphins, and sharks for no reason at all. They just love doing it. Peace, live and let live, bro codes, yeah, none of that has ever been an option for them. These things are not meant for them. They're into torture, brutality, and merciless killings only. It's like it's their mantra of living. Can you guys believe they kill sharks just to eat their liver fats and then let the body wash ashore? Dragon tree. Popular as the Sakota dragon tree, or the dragon blood tree, it is a tree native to South Africa. The tree has amassed a huge fan following from around the world, but that's a bit too late, as the tree is greatly endangered. The trees seem to bleed when you cut them, which makes many people think they are magical trees, something which just exists in stories, until they actually saw one with their own eyes. It might be a way of nature telling us to stop cutting down its trees. Interlocked antlers. I don't know what it is with deers, moose, and other four-legged and two-horned animals. They just love fighting for females. They fight with their antlers, they get locked, and both of them die starving to death, and sometimes freezing to death. The females don't even care for the dying males, but they still fight. These two deers were intertwined just like many of their buddies, and before they could die, this sharpshooting wildlife officer separated them in a single shot. What amazing luck these fellas had in freezing cold Alberta. Diving bell spider. I know many of you are arachnophobic and fear spiders crawling on land. But what if I tell you there are species of spiders who have adapted themselves to live underwater? The diving bell spiders. The only spider known to live under the water, they do it by a brilliant trick. They breathe air, which they carry in a dome-shaped web suspended between aquatic plants through a bubble that gives them their name. The spider swims upward, pops his butt out in the air, makes a bubble of air, and brings it back to his habitat. It's more like a makeshift oxygen supply. Humphead parrotfish. Who produces sand on the ocean reef? In fact, tons of it. Meet this weird-looking alien creature. Nature must have been taking a nap while creating this fish. Anyhow, these fish species eat rocks, pebbles, and corals while eating algae. And after digesting all these things in their stomach, they release it all as fine powder. Ladies and gentlemen, the sand of coral reefs is more precisely the shit of a weird-looking fish. It was just poop. It was always poop. Garter snake. The biggest snake party on the planet, where 100,000 snakes gather to mate. Yup, it's the mating party of garter snakes. Every spring in Narcisse, Manitoba, male garter snakes emerge from their underground burrow to do it. A snake ball of almost 100 snakes is formed, with a larger female in between those 100 males, and all of them try to mate with her at the same time. Some reports have evidently claimed that male garter snakes are known to release a pheromone that smells like females of the species, to fool the male into thinking that they are females. These homosexual brats? These desperate efforts to mate are often laughed upon, but imagine one woman to every 100 men in the world. You guys are gonna be more desperate. Fecal pap. Now, no matter how gross it sounds, baby koala bears eat the feces or droppings of their mother while making a transition from breastfeeding to eucalyptus leaves. Eucalyptus leaves are really hard to digest, and koalas are known to be the biggest mules on Earth, as they don't eat anything except for that. Babies can't digest it though, so they eat the partially digested food of their mother in the form of fecal pap. Porcupines. Porcupine females go on heat once a year, and that too for 8 to 12 hours only. Imagine waiting for the rain to pour for 365 days, and it just falls for 10 hours straight. Rest of the day, it is dry land. Now you understand how desperate porcupines usually are. So when the time comes, porcupines descend from trees and pees. Yep. They splash their urine at least 7 feet away to mark ground for having intercourse. If the female likes the smell, they do it for 12 hours again and again with loud noises and groaning until the male is totally depleted. They don't care for their privacy. And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it on over to us. Who knows? We might even feature it in one of our videos. The subscriber's pick. Well, here comes the big question. Why buffaloes used to jump off cliffs? Well, the answer is simple. Because humans made them do that. It was an ancient way of hunting food, in which specialized cliff formations were used by indigenous peoples of North America to hunt and kill plains bison in mass quantities. The Blackfoot people herded the bison and drove them over the cliff. The immobile buffaloes with broken legs were then killed with spears and bows by the tribe of people waiting down the cliff. The hunt was practiced some 12,000 years ago, but who says humans have abandoned the use of animals? Owl versus crow. You guys might not know this, but eagles and owls have hated each other for centuries. Both are extremely territorial, and though eagles are active during the day and owls are nocturnal creatures, their paths often cross. And by often, we mean very often. They are known to knock each other off from their nests, which is very weird stuff to do, considering you have a whole lot of shit to do in your life. Pearlfish and sea cucumber. Open in the ocean, it's dangerous for smaller animals like pearlfish, who has somehow given a middle finger to everything else on the planet and hides in the anus of sea cucumbers. They will stay in there until it's time to feed again. And yeah, they wait for the animal to release itself before entering the spacious anus of their host.